Hello everyone, hope you're all having a wonderful day and welcome back to my NOOB Boss series where I see if a total noob can beat every boss in old school RuneScape at least 100 times. If you missed the last video, we did defeat the newly added Shellbane Griffin over 500 times for your enjoyment. Just to see if this new boss was even worth your time, and spoiler, it's not really. But hey, still go check out that video if you want to support me and my heroin addiction a little bit more. That is obviously a joke, guys. Calm down. So today I just wanted to go and check out the Royal Titans, mainly because these absolute units drop the upgraded offensive prayer scrolls for Eagle Eye and Mystic Might, which would be massive for the account as these new prayers give us a plus 3% damage bonus over the old crappy offensive prayers. Now that doesn't seem like much, plus 3% damage bonus, but in a game like old school RuneScape, it's actually pretty big. But there is just one big problem with the Royal Titan fight, and it's the fact that it's a duo boss fight, and I have no friends. Ooh. So I guess I'm gonna have to call upon the legendary gamer chicken to come and save the day. Yes, dispatch. Could you please send me the chicken? So, I might not have any friends per se, but I do have one best friend, my amazing partner, which actually does play old school RuneScape with me. And she's been tasked with helping my dumbass take down the Royal Titans. So the Royal Titans were added into old school RuneScape on the 5th of February 2025. And they were also added into old school RuneScape with the Royal Titan update. So the Royal Titans combat level is 350 and they're only going to use one combat style against you, that is melee. They're going to try and crush the absolute shit out of you, so just put your protect from melee prayer on and you're going to be all good. Now the first thing we both enjoyed about this fight is the fact that you need to bring all three combat switches. Melee for when the boss is in close, range for when the boss is being a pussy, and magic for pretty much all the other additional mechanics in this fight. Now Amy aka Chicken definitely hasn't dabbled in the art of combat switching inside of RuneScape yet, so I'm hoping that the Royal Titans will be some good practice for her if she ever wants to go and try some harder endgame content. Now our first couple of kills were absolutely bloody tragic, which I think is to be expected from a bunch of noobs trying a low to mid-level boss for the first time. But luckily for us, this fight really isn't that difficult once you have a general understanding of what's going on. So for anyone that doesn't have two perfectly working eyeballs, there are two bosses in the Royal Titan fight, the Ice King and the Fire Queen. And they have a few special attacks to watch out for. The elemental walls, the elemental minions, and also the big triple stompy attack in phase 2. So Amy aka Big Chicken has been trusted with melting all of the ice mechanics with her fire spell, and I have been trusted with extinguishing all of these fire mechanics with my water spells, and we've both been trusted with making it to the LSD circle on time to dodge the big triple stomp attack. This big stompy attack is really the only scary move these guys have, so as long as we don't get caught with our pants down, this should be a pretty easy grind. And again, not to suck the Kool-Aid out of the developer's dick too hard, but Jagex seriously cooked in the kitchen with this boss. Both Amy and myself love that all the mechanics are optimized for co-op gameplay. You actually have to work together with your teammate to get across the finish line. The combat switching is intense enough to keep the fight engaging, which definitely helps with those longer grinds. And the bosses are very cool looking, to be fair, and their arena is really visually appeasing. Like, what more could you possibly want, gamers? Except for maybe some bloody friends to actually do the boss with. Introverts for the win. And also, massive round of applause to Amy, my partner, for not even dying once throughout this whole entire grind, and I don't think she really missed too many mechanics. absolutely crushed it. And did we succeed in our mission of making Amy the #1 PvM gear switcher in old school RuneScape? I think I can say with confidence we got her pretty friggin' close, boys. Jagex's vision for this boss is as clear as day. They wanted a boss to teach people gear switching, and I think they've done a pretty good job at implementing that vision. Cha-ching! And here is all of the loot from 100 kills of the Royal Titan. I did manage to bag myself a nice 3.2 mil in loot, which actually, that's really not bad for 100 kills, considering we didn't receive any of those juicy unique drops as well. But that's not the main reason you bring yourself down to the Royal Titan Arena. The main reason for stepping into this arena is to hopefully be walking out with those upgraded prayer scrolls, which I did manage to do. Hey! But Amy wasn't so lucky. Yep. Out of 101 kills, she got sweet fuck all. Absolutely scammed. And last but not least, how was this boss to grind? It was actually pretty chill, to be fair. So there is a ferry ring right outside this dungeon at Mudskipper Point, I think. And then even when you get into the dungeon, there is a new agility shortcut that will get you to the Royal Titans faster if you do have that agility level, which we both did have, which made the start of this grind a hell of a lot easier. And then after a couple of kills on the Royal Titans, you should get the Giant Soul Amulet drop. And this amulet is going to allow you to teleport directly to their front door, which is just going to make this grind even easier, baby. So Amy and myself really enjoyed this boss fight, easily an 8.5, 9 out of 10. The only reason it's not maybe a little bit higher is these stingy Titans didn't give us any of their unique drops and Amy got no fucking prayer scrolls. That's kind of sad. But seriously, if you're someone that's yet to try the Royal Titans, get your ass down there today, because the Royal Titans are a seriously fun boss. Bonus round. So recently we did hit 93 Slayer on the account, and I've been dying to try out some Thermonuclear Smoke Devil. Duradel is pretty good at cock blocking me and gatekeeping all of the good Slayer tasks, so I bribed him with $50 Australian, and he finally agreed to give me that juicy Smoke Devil task. So the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, aka Thermi, was added into RuneScape on the 10th of April 2014. Thermi was a part of the Easter End Slayer update back in 2014. Thermi's combat level is 301 and his attack styles are, wait for it, typeless magical ranged attack style. So you can't really pray against this, I don't think. You just need to bring the best defensive armor you can to tank through all the hits. Unfortunately, there's not much to talk about the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil. He just attacks really quick, that's it. And I just stand still and attack him really quickly, and that's it. You can do some movement shenanigans where you walk under him after every hit to save food and get more kills per trip, which definitely helps. But for the most part, it's a pretty easy boss that's very AFKable. So it didn't take us long to actually get that 100 KC on the Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, which now means we have 20 bosses that are over 100 KC, which just brings us that little bit closer to actually completing this journey. And also, sorry to all the people out there that are going dry for that smoke battle staff, because I did managed to get it on my first Thermonuclear Smoke Devil task. Big generational spooning, because I did not actually realize how rare this staff actually was. 1 in 512, more like 1 in 60, am I right, guys? Now, it is a little bit hard to rate this fight overall since there's not really much to talk about, but I do like the fact that the Thermi boss fight is actually pretty chill. Not every boss fight needs to be just as intense as the last, and it's just nice to sit back and AFK a pretty profitable boss. So Thermi is getting a solid 7.5 out of 10 from me today. Cool boss, cool pet, and pretty decent loot if you get a big spooning like your boy. So that is basic. Jesus Christ, I nearly bloody died. But that is basically it for the video. I appreciate all the love and support as always, guys. And until next time, stay safe. Peace out. Oh my God,